We are just starting a new road trip. The plan is to finally explore the southwest corner of Colorado. We have yet to see it, so we're going to Pagosa Springs, we're going to Durango, Telluride. So we're super excited.
It's going to be a good trip.
Dave and I are setting out on a brand new road trip. Our original plan was to spend fall in the southwest corner of Colorado. But a wild hare and early snowstorm pushed us on to Joshua Tree National Park. And since we already made the drive to California, we tacked on Sequoia, Kings Canyon, and Yosemite for good measure. On this first leg, we'll be landing in the mountain town of Ouray, Colorado. That is, if we survive the $1 Million Highway. It was mid-October of 2024, and we were catching the last glimpses of fall in the Rio Grande National Forest. Pagosa Springs is home to the world's deepest geothermal hot spring. But Dave and I weren't there to swim, we were there to eat, because we can't resist a good bakery. Pagosa Baking Company was set inside a small cabin built in 1906 and offered homemade pastries baked fresh each morning.
What do we have here, Dave?
We got a strawberry rhubarb pie, fresh baked. Someone didn't pick it up, so they gave me a slice. And then this is a chocolate tart. TBD on what is in it. We're going to find out. Okay. Holy moly. Pagosa Springs Bakery. Mm-hmm. Check it out. Only bakery in town, I've been told.
The drive through the San Juan National Forest was incredibly scenic. It encompasses over 1.8 million acres and stretches across this entire corner of Colorado. And nestled within the heart of it was the historic mining town of Silverton. It was established in 1874 and produced a gross value of more than $61 million worth of gold, silver, lead, copper, and zinc. We pulled over to stretch our legs and to brace ourselves because this was the beginning of the $1 Million Highway.
All right, we're about to drive one of the most dangerous roads in America, the $1 Million Highway, and it's supposed to be just like very twisty, drop-off cliffs.
Scarier than Halloween.
So wish us luck.
There are a few explanations of how the $1 Million Highway got its name, ranging from its high construction cost, to its $1 million views, to its steep drop-offs and lack of guardrails, causing people to say they would never drive it again, even for $1 million. Although this daredevil likely has quite a few millions in his pocket.
He just got passed by a Porsche GT3 on a double yellow. He doesn't seem to care that there are leads as he goes down. What do you think, Shan? You like
Glad
me
we're
driving
on
with one
I'm
hand?
glad we're on the inside.
Dummy.
Give me it back.
Hold on, Hatch.
Hold on, Hatch. The Switzerland of America.
After narrowly surviving the $1 Million Highway, we landed in the town of Ouray. It was another one of Colorado's silver and gold mining towns back in the 1870s that has since transitioned into a stunning tourist destination. And how could it not? There were dramatic views of the San Juan Mountains in every direction, and their stores were found inside these ornate historic buildings along Main Street, with its crown jewel being the Beaumont Hotel. An extensive restoration upheld its charming architecture from when it was built in 1886. One of the hotel's most notable guests was indeed President Roosevelt, in case the signs didn't give it away. And you know Dave and I tracked down a great bakery. Artesian Bakery is a family-owned business that serves freshly baked bread and pastries, breakfast sandwiches, and coffee every morning. We also grabbed a midday treat from Mouse's Chocolates and Coffee, who offered, you guessed it, chocolates and coffee along with ice cream. But there's more to Ouray than its downtown. Within a matter of minutes, we were hiking to some incredibly scenic, thundering waterfalls, one of which required a trek through a very narrow box canyon. In the southwest corner of town is the Box Canyon Falls Park and Nature Center. There was a $7 fee to enter, which not only gave us access to the waterfall, but a short nature trail with glimpses of downtown.
You ready?
Yeah, this is supposed to be really cool.
At the entrance of the Box Canyon, a metal bridge guided us along the quartzite wall high above the raging water below. And the closer we got to the falls, the more deafening the sound became.
All right. That was really cool.
Definite must do. Mm-hmm. Short and sweet. It only took us, 10 minutes?
Yeah, 10 minutes.
And we felt like we stayed a while. Mm-hmm. So really good little lunchtime activity.
Yeah, definitely.
Easy hike, too. Mm-hmm. Nothing too difficult.
Yeah. Does it stick out?
Maybe a little bit. A little bit into the
Where's our truck? Where's our truck?
A little bit. Release the beast. Hey, bud.
There's Archie boy.
Hey, bud. You ready to go?
All right, let's get back to camp.
And levitate. Say hello to Mama.
Yes.
Let's go.
Mere minutes away from downtown Ouray, right at the end of 8th Avenue, was the trailhead to Cascade Falls. It was a short but quite steep quarter-mile hike.
Trail, moderately steep.
But getting to stand at the absolute base of the 270-foot falls made for a pretty great spot to catch our breath.
The view from the parking lot.
Pretty amazing.
Nice.
A few times throughout our stay, we ventured north to the town of Ridgway, mainly because it had a much bigger grocery store than Ouray, allowing us to stock up on everything we needed. But I think secretly, we just couldn't get enough of the spectacular views between the towns. Now, let's go check out the campground. We were staying at the Ouray KOA, located just 10 minutes north of downtown. We booked a back-end patio site with full hookups that came with a grill, dining area, and fire pit. Along with RV sites, there were also several cabins, tent sites, general store, playground, restaurant, and a great pet walking trail above the campground.
What are we having, dude?
We're having asparagus, snake. It'll be overcooked, but whatever. And we got taters in the homestead, in the microwave.
Yep,
Yum,
real
yum.
fancy.
It was such a peaceful setting that we were really hoping to call this home for the next few days. But we ended up leaving sooner than expected.
So now we are leaving Ouray and on our way to Cortez. So
Via Telluride.
We're getting out of town today because they're supposed to get 5 inches of snow this weekend. So we do not want to stick around for that. The weather will be much better down south.
Or at least just rain.
Or at least just rain, yeah. So yeah.
Here we go.
Let's go.
With the impending winter storm growing and arriving earlier than expected, Dave and I decided to head to the desert to check out Mesa Verde National Park, with a quick pit stop in Telluride, another one of Colorado's stunning mountain towns. Telluride, Colorado is tucked inside a giant box canyon surrounded by these red cliffs and forested mountains, which meant we were treated to quite a spectacular drive.
Lunchtime for the pup, even when we're on the road. If it does, I might weep. I might weep. We're talking if your Ouray is as good as Telluride. We're predicting that Telluride can't beat it, but if it does, I might shed a tear from the sheer beauty. Better get the tissues. Start weeping here.
This is beautiful.
Yeah, it's mighty pretty.
Yeah.
In typical Colorado fashion, Telluride was established as a silver and gold mining town in the 1870s, and due to its well-preserved architecture, is designated as a National Historic Landmark. We had only made it a few blocks in before a small snow shower developed over town, so we grabbed a very quick bite to eat at the butcher and the baker. It was a locally owned, locally sourced bakery with a very large assortment of goodies.
Look at these cupcakes.
No, definitely gonna weep.
Despite how it looks, we did manage to outrun the worst of the winter storm, leaving behind the high elevation of the mountains for the sculpted buttes of the high desert. Not to mention another national park to check off our list.
We're in Mesa Verde! It's our first full day in Mesa Verde National Park. We're eating breakfast, got some goodies from the bakery in Ouray.
Mm-hmm.
Thatch is exploring
on his own leash.
But yeah, we just looked at the national park map, and this park is huge. We thought you literally drove into a road, saw the ruins, that was it. But it's
27 miles to the end of one section, and then another 20 miles to the end of the other section.
Yeah, so this will be a full day.
Yeah, it took us a little while to get to the campground, and we're barely even inside the park. So today was the last day the campground was open for most of the loops. That explains why we were able to get a site for last night. We're the only ones here, which is really wild. Apparently there's some primitive sites open, so we're going to try to go over and check those out and see if we want to stay a couple nights there off grid.
Yeah.
Should be good though.
Yeah, that'll be a good day.
Before I dive into the campground, let's go ahead and explore the national park, because there is way more to see than the renowned cliff dwellings. For example, double rainbows.
How about that? How about that? Double rainbow! How about that?
The road we were currently driving on wasn't the original route through this section of the park. The Montezuma Valley Overlook gave us a glance of what travelers in the 1890s had to endure. The original path was actually Knife Edge Road, a cut-through between that massive rock wall up ahead. But it was very steep, very narrow, and difficult to maintain due to the instability of the soil. So although its vantage point likely had the best views of the area, the park built a tunnel and longer bypass to ensure the safety of all visitors. Fire is a vital part of nature, but not so helpful when trying to preserve ancient archaeological sites. Since the park was established in 1906, 75% of its surrounding forest has burned in lightning-caused fires. Because of this, and the threat of erosion that typically follows, Mesa Verde now suppresses all fires. And to help with early fire detection, the CCC built the Park Point Lookout on the highest point in the park. The Farview Lodge was designed to reflect the park's essence of solitude and connection to its natural surroundings, of which their dining room perfectly embodied, with a framed panoramic view of the outside.
Where are the Pueblos?
They're right there.
Right outside the door.
Literally.
Right in the parking lot. Let's go check it out.
Our first taste of ancestral Puebloan ruins was right next to the parking lot of the Farview community. 200 years before the famous cliff dwellings were even built, Farview was one of the most densely populated parts of the mesa, with nearly 50 villages within a half square mile.
What do you think of this, dude?
Really incredible.
It's pretty cool.
A trail connected several excavated sites, like the Farview Reservoir, an engineering historic landmark designed to collect and provide water to the entire community.
Dave, this is so cool.
I know. It's incredible. And also, it is supposed to be raining all day today. 90% chance of rain. We have blue skies.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully it holds out for us to see the rest of the stuff.
Yeah.
The megalithic house featured this large, rustic, keyhole-shaped kiva for social gatherings. And at the Coyote Village, we were actually allowed to walk inside these aggregated Puebloan family homes. This was all built around 900 AD, which was difficult for us to wrap our heads around. It seemed like such an unfathomable timeline for these structures to still be here 1,100 years later. But even with this gigantic time gap, we strangely had this feeling of connection, being in someone's home, conscious of the fact that a person touched these exact sandstone blocks over 1,000 years ago. It was a very unexpected but truly special experience.
We're having to boogie.
Dave jinxed us.
Starting to close in on us with some weather. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna run back to the truck. We're hatchy out of the back. Hit the road.
Yeah. Are those wild horses?
Wild horses. Who knew? Hatch doesn't like horses.
No.
A short walk from the Parks Museum gave us our first incredible view of a cliff dwelling. The Spruce Tree House is one of the best preserved cliff dwellings in the park. In fact, 90% of its materials are original. That's so cool.
It's right there.
It's right there.
It's beautiful. It's amazing.
And look what we got for Hatch.
He's gonna hate this.
A little skunk puppet.
And when you do manage to pull yourself away from the overlook, don't forget about the museum. It provides an informative overview of the history of Mesa Verde, along with insight into ancestral Pueblo life.
Skunk, what is that? You like it?
Sorry,
There's no squeaker.
squeaker.
There's no squeaker, I'm sorry.
But you like it, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me start off by saying, what a spot to build. The Cliff Palace is the postcard photo we've all seen, so getting to stand directly in front of it, in person, was nothing short of surreal. This dwelling contained 150 rooms and 23 kivas, likely housing a population of 100 people. Its sheer size suggests it was likely a significant site for ceremonial use. And don't think this is the end of the national park. The Cliff Palace Loop has a few more cliff dwellings and fascinating archaeological sites in store.
Is that our next rig, Dave?
If God willing, if you'll allow it. Yes, please.
Now, let's go check out the campground. Because it was so late in the season, we were able to get same-day reservations at the Moorfield Campground inside the national park.
I know, it's scary, but tell them, get out of our sight. Get out of everywhere. Everywhere.
Oh, hi! Hello, herd of deer. All right, come on back.
We booked a back-in site with full hookups that came with a picnic table and fire pit. The campground also had a general store and bathhouse. Dave and I intended to camp out here for another few days, but the storm we had just outrun caught back up with us, bringing constant rain and dropping temperatures. So it was back to the drawing board to figure out where to next.
It's been raining all day, so we've been trapped in the camper. Someone's going stir crazy.
For the sake of our sanity, especially Hatch's, we decided to trade the dreary weather of Colorado for some California sunshine. So we set out on a 2-day drive to Palm Springs, with of course a few exciting stops along the way.
All right, we're up here in this rancher's driveway. It's pretty cool, but they have this national monument that you walk out to. It's dedicated in 1919, but somewhere right over there is some ancient Puebloan ruins. And so you're able to just walk out this boardwalk through some cattle fences and then check it out, and it's pretty awesome. It's about the coolest piece of property I've ever seen. Little farmhouse. You are a beauty.
Oh, hi. Look at you, little kitty.
For opening the gate.
Oh, all right. Little sweetie.
Yeah, fresh with me. Okay. Play. We'll find some ice.
The Yucca House National Monument was established in 1919 and protects a large, unexcavated pueblo. This was once a thriving community center for the ancestral Pueblan people from 1150 to 1300 AD. And unlike the structures in Mesa Verde that had a strong emphasis on defense, the Yucca House was more for agriculture and daily life. Aside from the incredibly stunning view of the Montezuma Valley, this exact location was chosen due to a nearby natural spring, a vital resource not only for drinking water, but to irrigate crops. The families that lived here tended to foods like corn, beans, and squash. They also utilized the surrounding Utah juniper to roast meat. Now, getting here was a bit odd. It honestly felt like we were trespassing on someone's property. But we came to find out that in the 1990s, the landowner actually donated 24 acres to provide easier access to the National Monument. The Four Corners Monument marks the spot where the states of Arizona, New Mexico, Utah, and Colorado all intersect. This Navajo tribal park has grown quite a bit since it was first erected in 1912. What started off as a simple cement pad has transformed into a bustling location, with Navajo vendors selling handmade jewelry and traditional foods. The marker itself also got a little glow up, redone with granite and shiny brass.
We're in 4 states at once.
Nice.
US Route 160, also known as the Navajo Trail, is a stretch of highway that travels through the Navajo Nation in the northern Arizona desert. Because it runs just south of Monument Valley, we knew we were in for some spectacular rock formations, but we were not expecting some to be right off the highway. For instance, Baby Rocks Mesa, named for the eroded walls that have been shaped into their own tiny pillars. Or Elephant's Feet, named for a pretty obvious reason.
Where's the rest of them?
Got eaten. Maybe not.
By what?
I don't know. Whoever eats elephants.
And our favorite, Church Rock, where we chose to stop for lunch. This outcropping stood alone in the desert at nearly 500 feet tall. It was just too interesting of a formation to drive by. Now, let's go check out our first campground. We were staying at the Flagstaff KOA, located just 15 minutes east of downtown. We booked a pull-through site with full hookups that came with a picnic table, grill, and fire pit. A few of the campground's amenities included cabins, glamping tents, a dog run, playground, and bike rentals. This was probably one of the most lively, family-friendly KOAs we've been to. The majority of campers were just enjoying being outside, their kids mingling and making friends. There was even a central station that hosted daily activities. With our timing being late October, that day's was pumpkin decorating. And a little tip, the general store sells these delicious ice cream sandwiches that I may or may not have stuffed our freezer with before we left the next morning. But our absolute favorite part of the campground was its nature trail. The KOA actually backs up to a national forest, and the trail took us right beside Mount Eldon. It was also a wonderful place for birding.
All right, if you're a birder, you need to do these trails behind the campground. We just saw two new to us birds. We saw a acorn woodpecker.
Looked like a stuffed animal.
It did.
Super cool.
It was so cute.
Crazy, unnatural colors.
Yeah, and a pygmy nuthatch.
Which we've seen the bigger versions of them, but being able to see the tiny one was pretty cool. And they all make weird sounds that we're not used to. So pretty nice nature area right here behind the KOA.
It's really cool. We did get a little snow up on the mountains.
Get some snow up on the mountains. Look at that.
I was not expecting Flagstaff to be the coldest location we've been to so far.
I put on shorts today because we are going somewhere warm.
Yeah.
Dave did in fact dress appropriately because we were about to undergo a significant bump in temperature. Our brisk 40-degree morning in Flagstaff surged to the mid-80s when we hit the Sonoran Desert, where we landed at a luxury resort like no other. We were staying at the Coachella Lakes RV Resort. It was located 24 minutes away from our next destination of, a little spoiler, Joshua Tree National Park. And this campground tour will be a little different this time. Because the resort was so large and had so many amenities, we had to rent a golf cart to get around. We're checking out the campground in style today in a rented golf cart.
Oh yeah. Mimi.
Yeehaw, Hatch. What do you think?
Bud? Yeah, stick your head out.
Look at this dog park. Holy cow. It's gigantic.
Really tall fence, so if you have a husky, they may not, well, they probably will, but still might not escape. They have a pro-level putt-putt course here. They'll rent you putters, lack of a better term for me. And unlike the old school ones, you actually start here and putt an 18-hole PGA style putting green all the way around. Gigantic and immaculate. Shannon will be losing to me a little bit later on that. We've got a swimming pool, gigantic swimming pool with only 2 people out there. Haven't seen anybody all day. Hot tub, another hot tub, also no one in it. And then miles of pickleball courts for us to. I never played pickleball. We might try it because they were there.
How heavy is that weight?
50 pounds.
Faster. This is the nicest laundry facility I've
Tons of
seen.
laundry. Tons of dryers. How did we get our groceries?
Instacart.
Instacart came and just met us right at the front of the building, which was great because we didn't have to pack up our truck camper at all.
Yeah.
Now we will just cruise on back and check on Hatch, who is loving life in the AC.
Mm-hmm.
All right, onward and upward. No roughhousing. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Ah. I think you're so funny. Just ran that stop sign.
Reckless driving.
We booked a back-end site with full hookups with a view even Hatch couldn't help but admire. After recharging at one of Palm Springs' cushy campgrounds, it was time to hit the road again to visit California's most iconic national park. Y'all ready to see some Joshua trees?
We are ready. You ready, Hatch?
Best little cool collar on.
Keeping them cool.
Joshua Tree National Park not only protects its whimsical namesake trees, but an incredibly unique ecosystem. This is where both the Mojave and Colorado deserts converge, creating its own special blend of plant and animal life. We learned more about the landscape at the Cottonwood Visitor Center, where we excitedly got to try out a new accessory for our truck camper. Here's Dave with a little preview.
So we got a Blue Eddy AC200. We purchased this one. They did not give it to us, but it allows us to plug 30 amp cord straight in. I modified our door so we can just have it kick out a little bit. And it will run the AC full blast in the sun for about 2 hours. So when we're popping in and out of the gift shops, we can keep Hatch in there at 70 degrees, nice and cool. It also has the added benefit of it's loud in there, so he doesn't worry about the sounds, and keeps him safe and sound. And while we're working here off grid too, it keeps us nice and cool. We'll tell you all about it in an In the Garage series coming up, but for now we're gonna go hike in the desert. Yo.
Hey, Hatchy baby. How's it feeling here? Does it feel nice and cool?
Oh yeah. It feels so good in here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What do you think?
Wait.
Oh,
You're just mad about it.
Hatchy boy, look what we got for you.
A turtle.
A turtle.
Joshua Tree turtle. Joshua Tree turtle.
Just north of the Cottonwood Visitor Center was this incredible expanse of cholla cactus. This cactus reproduces when detached stems root into the ground and grow a new plant. And because those separated stems are too heavy for the wind to carry, they grow in concentrated areas called gardens. And this garden is the largest one in the park, covering nearly 10 acres. Coincidentally, directly in front of a sign about cactus wrens was a cactus wren. These birds actually use cholla cactus for nesting, taking advantage of the sharp spines as protection from predators. And don't miss the Ocotillo patch just down the road. These extremely tall desert shrubs can reach heights up to 20 feet. Traveling on Park Boulevard took us through the heart of Joshua Tree National Park. It was where we first saw its distinctive, oddly shaped rock formations, all impressive displays of molten rock being sculpted over millions of years by weathering and erosion. at you guys. Did you climb up on the rock? Let me get a photo. Hold on. What'd you think of Skull Rock?
I don't think it looked like a skull very much.
It's kind of maybe an elongated skull.
Maybe, I mean, it's got 3 dips in it, but...
And of course admired the very hallmark of the national park, their Joshua trees. Seeing these beautifully wonky trees in person was definitely a pinch me moment for us. Joshua trees are such a defining feature of the Mojave Desert. They've uniquely adapted to thrive in the arid and extreme conditions of this high desert. So much so that the average lifespan is around 150 years. Our journey began on the east side of the park, where we got our bearings at the Foothills Visitor Center before starting the very steep and very curvy road into the heart of Sequoia. All right, we are in Sequoia National Park. This is our 3rd national park of the trip. We're super excited to finally get to see these giant trees. We just checked out the Foothills Visitor Center, got our map, got our Christmas ornament. So now we're gonna drive on up on the east side, which there are signs saying that vehicles over 22 feet are not advised. Our rig is around 21 feet 6 inches, so we're gonna go for it and see how crazy this gets. Just leaning up against my seat.
I'm getting car sick.
Getting a little car sick.
Starting to get a little barfy.
Letting the hatch get some air.
Scarf out the window, buddy.
Yeah. Sequoia was established in 1890, making it the 2nd oldest national park in the country. While it's named after its giant sequoias, the park also protects over 250 caves, the tallest peak in the lower United States, and hundreds of thousands of acres of pristine wilderness. All right, well, we made it up the road.
Really wasn't that bad.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. There's a lot of steep curves to kind of maneuver around, but our rig handled it fine. There was a Class C, like a couple cars back from us. He made it up here.
I don't know if he's going to make it out because he went up a tiny road that we had
turned around on.
Yeah, he went up the road that went up to like the log road part,
That you can
the log
drive
tunnel.
through. Oh,
So
boy.
we'll see if he comes
I don't
back.
know. It was a rental, so he's in trouble. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah. But let's go see some trees.
We encountered our first mighty sequoia just outside of the Giant Forest Museum.
Holy. They're so big. That's not even like General Sherman or
I can't
anything.
even tell. You can't even fathom how big that is. Awesome.
Oh my gosh, so excited.
The sentinel is the 13th largest tree in its grove, reaching a height of 257 feet. Seeing this beauty and many others along the nature trail not only left us entirely speechless, but honestly a little emotional. Getting to see and touch the soft trunks of these awe-inspiring trees has been a long-time dream of ours. I think one of the reasons we continually pushed our road trips so far west was a subconscious fear of another wildfire threatening these iconic sequoias. In fact, during our visit, there were 2 active fires burning just north of Kings Canyon. But Dave and I didn't want another year to go by and us miss our chance to see this magical place.
What's first impressions, Dave?
No words. It's unfathomable how big these trees are.
And how old they are.
I know. I thought the redwoods were big.
Mm-hmm.
These are.
You're so small.
I'm gonna walk around.
Okay. Going up another steep and windy road to the tree tunnel.
More than steep and windy. This one's like a golf cart path.
Yeah, this one's small. But we talked to a ranger and they said that we should be able to do it. They had shuttles running through this throughout the summer.
This log fell in 1917, and if you can see up there where they're parked, people used to drive out on it and take their pictures. Right up there. That's where they would drive out.
I don't think our rig will fit through there.
Yeah.
Morro Rock is a massive granite dome that sits high above the forest canopy. And the trail to the top isn't exactly for the faint of heart. Its stone stairway consists of 350 steps and climbs 300 feet in elevation. But the overlook promises panoramic views of the Great Western Divide, so to heck with my fear of heights.
Up through the crack. Oh, just 1,000-foot fall on the side.
Although the sky was a bit hazy due to the nearby wildfires, it ended up being the best view in the park by far. Seeing General Sherman required a little effort. Although the path was paved, it dropped 200 feet in elevation in just half a mile, which you don't really notice on the way down, but be sure to save some energy for the return trip.
But we gotta climb back up the hill we just went down. So, conserving energy.
Hey, we did Mora Rock. We can do this.
I know, we have to do this after we did Mora Rock. So,
We can do it.
yeah, we'll see.
About halfway was a stone footprint of General Sherman, giving a different perspective of the tree's massive scale. General Sherman stands 275 feet tall, 36.5 feet in diameter, and is 2,100 years old. The sheer volume of wood alone makes it the largest tree not only in the national park, but in the entire world.
Coming to you live from the world's largest tree by volume. Check it out. General Sherman's right behind us, and we're embarrassing Shannon by talking very loud. Lots of people looking at us now.
Grant Grove Village is the main hub on the west side of the park. It is technically in Kings Canyon National Park, which will actually be our next episode, but there was one final sequoia to see, and that was General Grant. General Grant is a cherished sequoia. It's dedicated as our nation's Christmas tree and stands as a national living shrine in memory of the men and women of the armed forces. It was also surrounded by the most picturesque red sequoias in the park. Now, let's go check out the campground. We arrived to Lemon Cove Village RV Park in the early evening. It was 25 miles south of Sequoia and even closer to the Three Rivers community, where we actually fueled up that very morning. It was a quiet campground nestled within the foothills of the Western Sierras, with large mature trees and a natural border of lemon groves.
I'm
I'm gonna get some lemons tomorrow and make some lemonade.
Are you?
Yep, maybe some tea.
A few of their amenities included a game room, swimming pool, dog park, and of course, being in California, fantastic sunsets. For being national park fanatics, we actually didn't know a whole lot about Kings Canyon. And if I'm being completely honest, we thought it was another section of Sequoia. But Kings Canyon is in fact its very own park, and it didn't take long to discover why. No more than 10 minutes into our drive, we were hit with incredibly dramatic views of granite cliffs and sheer rock faces that only grew larger as we descended into the canyon.
Pretty cool. Pretty long, huh?
Oh my gosh, Kings Canyon, Dave.
It's pretty good.
Not what we expected at all. There's tons of bugs.
Holy moly.
What I was going to say before the bugs rudely interrupted, we were completely astounded by Kings Canyon. It's easy to brush off claims that it rivals Yosemite, but I would dare to say that's a pretty dang accurate statement. As I mentioned in our episode about Sequoia, there were 2 active wildfires burning north of the national park. And we eerily came across a section where it passed through mere weeks before our visit.
This is an ongoing fire right now. This is the remnants. It's further up the mountain, so nothing to fear here, but definitely brand new destruction.
So that was part of so there's a
Happy fire.
Yeah, there's a wildfire going on right now. There's more called the Happy Fire. It came right down to the road of Kings Canyon.
It's about 7,000 acres, and as of today, 60% contained.
Yeah. So we talked to a ranger. There's no danger driving down the road and back. We should be
Fine, but
completely fine. But
shows why it's so important to see these things before they get changed forever.
yeah.
We somehow lucked out with our timing. Due to the safety concerns and it being so late in the season anyway, it was the last day the road into the canyon was open. So we were extremely thankful that we were able to experience the stunning scenery of this national park. At the very bottom of the canyon was Cedar Grove Village, with a visitor center, market, hotel, and gift shop that would ordinarily be open earlier in the year. We were luckily able to find a parking spot to get out and explore the area. Roaring River Falls was pretty unexpected. We read that it was generally fed by snowmelt, so we didn't anticipate much in terms of water flow. But it ended up being this extremely picturesque spot with heavy water crashing down a narrow chute into a deep pool perfectly framed by granite boulders. Muir Rock is named after the renowned naturalist John Muir, and is much more than just a rock. It was a place where he shared his immense love of the wild and the great importance of preserving it, from his theories on how the canyon was formed to insisting it did indeed rival Yosemite. And those lectures led to Kings Canyon becoming a national park.
We are on John Muir Rock, the same rock that he sat on, that he jumped in the water, he told his stories on. How incredible is that?
Yeah.
It's not a bad, I mean, you can see why. It's beautiful.
I'll jump in the water from here.
You doing some trash cleanup?
Found a water bottle.
Yeah.
Found 3 Pacifico bottle caps. A pearl necklace.
What in the world?
A twist tie.
Jeez.
So far.
Come on, people. Let's keep it clean.
Keep it clean.
Leave no trace.
After spending a full day exploring Kings Canyon, it was time to go find our campground. And I do mean that literally, as we didn't exactly know where it was, and it seemed like we were going the wrong way pretty much the entire time.
Dave, where are you taking us? We have been on this extremely windy road for like half an hour, and we're still not to the campground.
Did you put in the right campground? I'm just following Google Maps.
I hope so. I put in the one that you
In a quarter
told
mile,
me.
turn left.
We'll find out.
soon.
In a quarter mile.
If anyone finds this, I don't know what to do.
All right. Sequoia Resort.
So try This seems nice.
Okay, so there is a campground.
Now that we found it, let's go check out the campground. We were staying at the Sequoia Resort and RV Park, a very windy 30 minutes from the national park. We booked a back-end site with full hookups and a picnic table. Since we arrived late in the evening, we didn't really have a ton of time to explore the property, but I think I summarized it pretty well in this next clip.
All right, we just left the campground. We're going back up that swervy road. Apparently this is the right way to go in and out. I didn't get much footage of the campground, but it was beautiful, right? It was just like in the middle of the forest, pretty much. He said he has over 400 acres of land that you can go out and explore. There's a lake, you can go fishing. There's like viewpoints where you can see the stars at night. It was really nice. So yeah.
Really private sites and
Yeah.
well maintained and clean.
Yeah. And the host was super, super nice. Gave us a lot of tips of where to go see like secret spots, like local spots in and around the area. So it was a really cool campground. So if you're in Sequoia and need a spot,
highly recommend it.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Especially because it's the only one around. So
Yeah.
whether you like it or not, you'll go there. But it's really good, so
Yeah.
go there.
Yeah, and it's worth going down the windy road.
Yeah, it's beautiful windy road.
Mhm.
Yosemite is one of those iconic places we're somehow all familiar with, even if you've never been. While this was my first time visiting, I already knew I could spot Half Dome a mile away. So driving into the Yosemite Valley felt like stepping into a life-size postcard. Our timing to Yosemite could not have been better. Fall colors were at their peak, the weather was brisk, and the crowds were pretty much next to nothing. It was such a serene and intimate time to experience the park.
Are you just having so much fun? What do you think? What do you think about this beach, huh? We're gonna dress you up for Halloween.
Come here, bud.
After all, we were standing in front of the world's most famous climbing wall on Halloween. It was kind of an obligation to dress up Hatch like a rock climber, ready to tackle El Cap. After a little photo shoot, we cooked dinner underneath the mighty monolith as it turned fiery red at sunset. We also had the coolest experience of the trip, watching El Cap twinkle from the headlamps of people camping on its granite wall. Most of the park's amenities were located in Yosemite Village and Camp Curry, both flaunting that beautifully rustic charm only found in national parks. The architecture here blended so seamlessly into the landscape that it truly felt like an extension of the natural surroundings. But there was one structure in particular that stole the show, and that was the Ahwahnee Hotel. Labeled as the crown jewel of national park lodges, it was nothing short of jaw-dropping. The interior was grand, incredibly ornate and detailed, yet still allowed the national park itself to shine.
Just take a little peek.
Now, let's go check out the campground. We were staying at the Yosemite Lakes RV Resort. Although it was 45 minutes away from Yosemite, it still felt like we were inside the park. The campsites and log cabins were nestled in the woods. A gentle river ran throughout the entire property, with several meandering hiking trails alongside it. Even the clubhouse looked like a national park lodge. It was a great place to rest up before hitting the road again. Visiting Big Sur is both exhilarating and a little nerve-wracking. It involves driving the Pacific Coast Highway, which has incredibly scenic pull-offs overlooking the bluest water you've ever seen, an unobstructed sightline of where the mountains meet the ocean, and peaceful dips into old-growth redwood forest with an aroma you'll want to bottle up forever. But we had to earn these views by braving the very windy, cliff-hugging road that placed us mere feet away from jagged rock faces plunging straight into the Pacific Ocean. It's an unforgettable stretch of coastline with some hidden gems along the way. The road to Pfeiffer Beach was very unassuming off the highway. After driving 2 miles down an unmarked one-lane road, we arrived to the sound of thundering ocean waves in the distance, reassuring us that we were in the right place. And after stepping out of the thicket of trees, we were rewarded with this. It was impossible not to be in awe of this beautifully wild beach. Even Hatch got a major case of the zoomies.
Looked up at me and it's like, I get it. You know, we have a lot of fun doing it.
Yeah! Oh, you're so happy!
Visiting Carmel is like stepping inside a fairy tale, with its cobblestone pathways, hidden courtyards, and storybook restaurants like the Tuck Box. It was constructed in 1927 and serves a killer waffle. Further up the coast is Moss Landing, a historic fishing port rich in wildlife. Adjacent to town were these massive agricultural fields growing produce like lettuce, spinach, and Brussels sprouts, with farm stands selling their fresh bounty in homemade baked goods. Some a little more unusual than others.
Thank God.
I saw those in the field right over there.
Mm-hmm. We could not turn down the artichoke cupcake. We gotta try it.
We had to try it. Let's see what it's like.
I'm gonna tape your or film your reaction.
It smells like carrot cake.
Mm-hmm.
So when you get the artichoke, it tastes like dusty carrot cake.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah. But it's delicious.
It's okay, yeah. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Dave and I typically don't return to many places, but Santa Cruz managed to pull us back. The weather is pretty close to perfection. They seem to have their own patented sunsets that radiate this incredibly intense orange glow. And the entire town has this cool, laid-back vibe that's impossible not to fall into. And what's helped that is its unique counterculture revolving around skating and surfing that's been ingrained in the city for decades. The locals are either in Santa Cruz boardroom sweatshirts or suctioned into head-to-toe wetsuits. And while we didn't get into the water ourselves, we did enjoy watching others from one of the most iconic surf spots in the world. Our favorite pastime in Santa Cruz was watching the surfers at Steamer Lane. It's one of the town's most famous wave breaks and has a great viewing area directly above it. It may seem like a slightly tedious sport to watch, but the waves varied from day to day. We happened to be there for what they considered to be a winter storm, where the waves rolling in were 10 to 12 feet tall. Even my sister, who was visiting from San Francisco, joined us to watch the massive wave breaks, and at times, equally massive wipeouts. Directly behind the viewing area was the Santa Cruz Surfing Museum, with exhibits about the town's local surfing history. Just beware of the nearby water fountain. It has quite a powerful stream.
Oh my god! I can't drink that.
Try it again. Try it again. There we go. That's going in the episode.
Another way we soaked in that fresh ocean air was riding bikes along West Cliff Drive, a 3-mile path that hugged the rocky coastline of the Pacific Ocean. I somehow unknowingly recorded some of it in slow-mo, but you can still manage to see how beautiful it was. The path ended at Natural Bridges State Park, which was closed at the time to protect nesting colonies of pelicans and cormorants. But there was a parking lot just above its beach that gave us a panoramic view without disturbing the birds. And before returning our rental bikes, we rode to our favorite coffee shop in town. A perfect segue into our next and favorite topic, where we ate in Santa Cruz. Another thing we absolutely love about Santa Cruz is its vast array of neighborhoods, each carrying their own distinct vibe. Like Capitola, this vibrant, Venetian-inspired village with the most idyllic postcard charm. Or downtown's Pacific Avenue. Boasting a more Parisian ambiance, it's lined with local shops and great restaurants like Zoccoli's, a historic third-generation family deli that's been serving delicious gourmet sandwiches since 1948. And for a sweet treat afterwards, we went to the Penny Ice Creamery. They serve a mix of classic and adventurous flavors, but what they're really known for is their homemade marshmallow fluff that they toast right in front of you. Now you know we love a good coffee shop, and it just so happens that our favorite one in town is located in pretty much every neighborhood. Verve is hands down the best coffee we've had throughout our travels, and their pastries and breakfast toast are just the best. We did stray a couple times to try Cat and Cloud coffee, which turned out to be a very close runner-up.
Points. Free honey sticks. Good place.
But at the end of the day, nothing beats cooking a homemade meal right on the beach. Seacliff State Beach turned out to be a great spot for not only dining oceanside, but for whale watching. We of course got a gorgeous sunset, and at Seacliff, we got to watch it behind a shipwreck, which is technically not a shipwreck, but an unused World War I vessel that was intentionally grounded and repurposed as a tourist attraction.
Santa Cruz Boardwalk.
Now you cannot go to Santa Cruz without visiting the boardwalk. It's been in operation since 1907, making it the oldest amusement park in California. It had a fun mix of the traditional fairground games underneath the heart-pounding rides that gave me goosebumps just watching.
Let's get out of here before we get barfed on.
But the main attraction by far was the Giant Dipper. It's one of the oldest wooden roller coasters in the world that has become the most famed landmark of Santa Cruz. The exhilarating atmosphere of the boardwalk was palpable, buzzing with a lively and wholesome energy. We could not stop smiling the entire time we were there.
Making steaks?
I am trying to make steaks and not make any mistakes.
Now, let's go check out the campground. We stayed at the Santa Cruz Monterey Bay KOA, located about 10 minutes east of the city. We booked a back-end site with full hookups that came with a picnic table and fire pit. Along with RV sites, there were also cabins and tent sites. The campground definitely geared towards a family-friendly environment, with amenities like a game area, jumping pad, a large swimming pool, general store that sold the best local ice cream sandwiches in the city, a dog run, playground, and the Sand Shack that served food and hosted live music on the weekends. Dave and I honestly could not think of a better place to wrap up our endless summer series. We felt like we managed to squeeze every last bit out of summer before making our return trip back home being rather abruptly met by winter.
So, a day ago we were at the beach. No shoes, shorts, windows open. We're on our way home. We just reached Flagstaff.
Snow on the ground.
Snow on the ground.
Frozen toilet tubes.
And while we close the book on this series, we are already looking forward to sharing the next.